My faith story started when I was very young. I was born in a Christian home, immediately taken to church from my parents. They brought me in, and I always grew up with that, being taught, Bible being taught clearly, always hearing about Jesus dying for my sins, and it's something that I believed, and I didn't really have difficulty in rejecting that, or if that was true or not.
I became a Christian when I was 4 years old. My parents were both Christians already, but at that time in their lives they were not going to church, not taking us to church, but they were still at home teaching us about God.
And my dad took a job for Wheaton College, and they became involved in a new church start called the West Chicago Bible Church. After we were there for some time, when I was about 5 years old, Pastor Frost, the pastor of the church, invited a man named Gaylord Smith, the children's evangelist, to come and speak to the church.
I would say number 15. I was 6 when I got saved. I've been in church until I was 3 years old.
And it was after an Awana meeting where the teacher actually was going through John 3:16 and putting my name in the verse, for God so loved David, that it really just hit home to me. I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I went back home and talked to my dad about it that night, and I gave my life to Christ. I asked him to forgive my sins and be the Savior of my life.
And I vaguely remember it, but I do remember being in my bedroom one night with my parents, going to bed and asking Jesus to forgive me for my sins. And it was probably within the next year that we did start going to church, and have been in church ever since.
John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believed in him should not perish but have everlasting life. I accepted Christ when I was 4 and almost about 25, and I was baptized when I was 7. And my parents just encouraged me to get a Bible, and that's what encouraged me to accept Christ.
Because sometime not long after that, she explained the way of salvation to me, and I accepted the Lord at my mother's guidance in our family home. I marked my salvation from that point, and when I was 10 years old in 1954, in August, I followed my commitment by being baptized, and again it was Dr. Gene Frost who did that. And that's basically my testimony.
Jesus said, get up and come and walk with me. Don't be afraid and lay your doubts on me. Rid yourself from